Okay, should be all good now. Hello, good time zone wherever you are. We have only one. I mean, it's a double, but only this one match this evening. But let's go. Hope everyone fine. Everyone fine. And while everyone is rolling the game and see what we'll play, it's fine if he who is taking part in fine racing. On the top match, we have VitorAL versus Fartsplosion. VitorAL has been around for, well, players have been around for the same amount of time, it seems, because this is their 4th edition. Both joined in MTC, though Vitor finishing 65th. I hate now. And Fartsplosion in 97th place. Vitor seems to have a way better win rate than Fartsplosion, and he have a pretty nice feat 2 MTs ago, getting 13. So let's see how both of the players will do this time. And like, I have to point one thing out. Those two matches are Lizards match, and we can see pretty clearly in Vitor's card that I guess this is their element. So maybe Vitor is stronger now that he's a lizard. But meanwhile, on the lower match, we have Withhelde versus Ringadon. Withhelde has been around for a long time. Their 10th mystery tournament. That's a strong contender, and with a 50% win rate, even after being around for this long. That also means that they always go to, but that's way better than a lot of people. That's good. And Ringadon hasn't been around for as long. Held has been around for as long. In Fartsplosion, and doesn't have that strong of a rate, but everything can happen in this tournament. And Ringadon has made it this far, so to get in Wizards 3, you need at least 2 wins. So this time, they did get this is their best placement in Mystery Tournament so far. See what happens. Like, during all my yapping, a game has been pulled, and I think that was the first, which is always surprising for me. Whatever. So let me just is right here to update the title. Hopefully right. Yep, the game is wrong, but that doesn't matter. Great. Funny. Get a game, you look at the name, what even is this game? And then it's your own sub. Who would have thought? Copy a new game. Right, I'm not doing that part. Oh, this game was great. I remember this game. Okay. Let me start cropping and less being seen. Here. Let's start cropping. I need to remember to everyone's stream. Oh, thanks for it. I forgot to check that. Now it's the correct one. Let me give the other players some love as well. I was too focused on getting the stream cropped and forgot about that. This will be a interesting race, I'll say. because it's a kind of game that we don't see too often. So now I see. I do remember something like this raised back in MT16, I want to say, or even earlier. In a sense, it's a platformer, so it's something that we all know and love. But it's not like we usually do platformers. This should be good. Just like every then we fine and this should be yes. So let's read. And who pretty sure Withhelde had audio. Ringadon, Withhelde, and possibly Fartsplosion. Okay, we are good to go. Oh no, not good to go anymore. Someone changed their cropping. Okay, we changed to. So we are playing Bubble the Cat. Something that we do often. That's almost perfect. That should be good. Let me just pay attention to the timer. 1 second. Or more like 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the race should be off. So, this is different because this is a one button game. And the most important part, yes, is that they can customize their cat. So we have VitorAL with the green dog, even though this clearly is a cat game. Fartsplosion with the orange cat with a top hat. Withhelde with the blue cat, just a regular blue cat. And Ringadon with the green cat with a rainbow trail. Fine choice.
I've joined commentary GFM, and I will join you for the full time, but I mainly just joined to be grumpy about there not being the pink cat.
That's fair. That's a really good point.
It is nice that they all chose different cats.
And a dog.
I mean, this isn't the first cat game that isn't actually a cat game that we've had so far in MT. How long is this goal with Beat World 3, I wonder?
Have to look at my sheet. I hadn't logged into Drive yet, so a moment. But yeah, this is a pretty, in a sense, standard game. You just press jump in the right timing.
So you do have the fish to follow.
Yes.
And they look relatively reliable so far. And given it's a one-button game, essentially, if you just follow the fish, are you good to go?
Exactly, most of the time. Sometimes there will be extra paths, like no, in the top in this part that the top racers are at that's important. There will be off paths that you don't want to go. There are enemies like in Ringadon's spring, and there will be power-ups soon enough. Let me check. This was a recent game. I played this one day before MT started. Okay, this goal took me almost 50 minutes.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
Because right now it looks straightforward, but we are literally 2.5 minutes into the race.
no, it gets hard. It gets really hard. And in the top, in a lot of places, we have the first power up, the bomb. You explode and you go really high. So
That
this,
would make the game harder.
yes, this replaces your double jump and has properties like you can destroy geometry with this explosion. So currently, Ringadon is on the lead, followed behind by the top races, though this is a different race, but anyway. And Withhelde seems to be the farthest behind, I'm not sure. Like here in Withhelde's stage, she could have gone to the top right, but that was optional, and she would just lose time by going that way. It's usually pretty straightforward where you want to go. So they
So
should.
if you miss your move, your cat will run into the wall and then just turn around and do inconvenient things.
Yes. So you have to be you have to be mindful of that, and you have to be mindful of enemies. Because VitorAL tried to go up through the slime, but he couldn't jump past the slime, so that was it. So yeah, this is a really a game about trying to keep your pace, not go the wrong path, and to try to fix whatever wrong movement you do.
Okay, so I've seen 1-13 a couple times here now. We could have a lot of levels if World 2 and World 3 are the same length and we're already at 13.
Like, World 1 is pretty simple. Now, Ringadon has this move that you make a wall, except you have to jump out of the wall to go the other way. But it does help a little with maneuver. And the cat
Yeah,
does...
and I saw cycle-based enemies, in this case the fire bar, which
Yeah.
means in this sort of game you need to find ways to stall. The wall obviously would do that, but also you can just like take a slightly longer route to make sure that your timing is correct.
Yep, and you also slide from the wall, so you can do that to offset your movement. Yeah, even though this is a one-button game, so it may seem to be a simple game, it does have a lot of depth, I felt like.
So your accent makes depth and death sound very similar.
Yes, sorry.
And I think you're correct on both counts though. I mean we haven't seen much of the enemies bullying our racers yet, but I will take your promise that this game will get more difficult.
Sure will. Rest assured.
Where are you going, Ringadon?
Spoilers, there will be a familiar face in Ghosts at some point.
Yeah, are we familiar with this dev? Have we seen stuff from them before?
Don't think so.
I'm used to you being our premier dev farmer of just this guy was good previously, therefore he's good now.
Yeah, I have like 70 or so games in itch.io that I need to test, that I haven't gone back to. But then I find one dev with a fun game and I test all the games by that dev, so yeah, there's that. Okay, I like that move by Fartsplosion, trying to do the wall jump from that small ledge just to be able to change the way they were going. And now with this really cycle-based level, though it seems... Oh, I think they were safe.
Is VitorAL in the lead because he just finished the fireball level? I haven't seen it on any
Yes.
screen.
He just finished it. They were neck and neck, but then Fartsplosion took the death, and VitorAL completed the level. So VitorAL is one stage ahead right now.
Getting turned around is just bad for like 5 different reasons. It's like obviously slow, like you're just going the wrong direction. It's confusing, so you're just more likely to then just go die as a result. And in this particular instance with Ringadon, it also is just in the vicinity of enemies, these fireballs, so it just resulted in a death. I think you can't really take any death too seriously in this game though, like it's just going to be a long race.
No, it's a learning process. You will die and you will learn what to do and what not to do. Just need to keep your calm, keep your nerves, and it should be fine.
Like, I'd just be a little bit frustrated with this race because it's a punishment for like sloppy play. Like if you just make one mistake, and it's only one button, so it's a mistake that you could have easily avoided every single time. But then the game will also just have things that you won't see coming.
Yeah.
Or like won't be able to sight read on point, and it would just result in me just knowing that I could be doing better, which I think is actually where the idea of tilt comes from. It's not that you're doing poorly, it's that you know that you could be doing more, or you feel like you could, even if because you just have no context if the game is hard or not without other than your own play.
Yeah, that's fair. Game category is always wrong. I can try to fix that, but let me press a button. This game is okay.
VitorAL's got a new background
Yeah,
and a new power-up, it looks like.
It's Word 2-1, yeah. So now you have Bubble. Bubble lets you jump infinitely in the air.
Seems really powerful. I can't imagine how that will become a pain for us in some context. Yeah, you don't have to do wall jumps anymore, just do bubble.
Except when you want to change the direction.
Going down is the issue, it's a Flappy Bird problem.
Mindward? Yes, do remember. No, Fartsplosion. Yeah, everyone is moving. So in the top, out for like 8 minutes.
If it has been, I've looked at like 3 things on the internet. Yeah.
20 or like 6 minutes. Which I don't know, it sucks, but it sucks for everyone. Hello everyone, we are back. Who was watching?
If you want to share screen, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Zenek has been giving chat updates. I do believe our top race is still going to be in the lead here when we get back in there. You okay, buddy?
I pressed share screen and it decided to reload Discord.
One more time.
Now it's working. Gosh.
Okay, I see four cats.
Yes.
They are still the same color cats they were previously. We're still all in World 2, and they are still exploding and doing whatever the heck they want.
Everyone thought to know we have 3 cats and clearly 1 dog.
And 1 dog. It looks like our bottom race is very close. If I'm just looking, they both have the 70 in the top, as does VitorAL, which might actually be a common number. I don't see any TNT on a couple of these. I do see the laser that VitorAL is being chased by, but it's an auto runner, so I can't see how that's a problem. This game got hectic.
Ringadon is 1 stage ahead right now. Because I did see those walls of TNT in Withhelde side.
Yeah, Fartsplosion has just been introduced to TNT, which we've already had on Withhelde side. VitorAL is also on a TNT. Maybe TNT is just what we're doing now.
Yeah.
We're all kind of close together, though. I don't think, unless Fartsplosion went away, that there is that much distance. I just
Was
saw a
214?
4?
It can't be
Yeah,
too far.
No, it's
216.
214. I saw A4. It does not mean
Yes.
that there wasn't also a 1 in front of it. Let's put the glasses on.
Same. Okay,
VitorAL almost on World 3, basically.
but Fartsplosion is 2 stages ahead, because Fartsplosion is on 260 right now. And oh no, close call with the walls.
Okay, we got some Flappy Bird. Is that a shortcut from VitorAL? Just finding the quick exit?
Not sure, it wasn't being a thing.
It's one of those things when you're racing, you're like, was this intended?
Yeah.
And then you just stop thinking about it 2 seconds after because it doesn't change anything. Just knowing that there might be multiple exits is all you need to internalize, and then you just continue on, and you find out that no, in fact, you weren't able or typically used to be able to beat the boss with 1 fireball. That was you cheesing it. Bubble's too strong. Why not always bubble?
Because
VitorAL has an idea here. Yeah, VitorAL just... There's a huge pit. You need to get up it. Just hit bubble 7 times in quick succession. Easy peasy.
Like, oh.
Hello, chat. Welcome.
Hello.
Sorry for the 6 minutes you missed, but the races are all kind of close enough that we should have a good ending here, and we'll know when they've progressed into World 3 at least. VitorAL in our top race is a couple levels ahead. The bottom race, I think, has been very close. I've seen a lot of similar levels on that side too.
It's also on stage 6 right now. The Ringadon was in the same stage as...
Okay, and then I just saw Withhelde on a level that I just saw from VitorAL too. So the bubble Flappy Bird. So everybody's in close race, and it kind of makes sense, right? It's an auto runner. Like, you can't really go fast other than not fail. So it is generally just the idea of don't fail. There we go. We get Withhelde just going straight to the finish, not even taking the pit stop on the turnaround corner. When they're able to use bubble, all the racers seem to realize that it is very fast.
That's a good point. Race, as we were talking before, of not going slow, of trying to not punish yourself for going slow. Except everyone will feel bad after going slow.
Yeah, it's also, I think the bubble is interesting because it gives you potential to go fast in a game that, while it is fast-paced, doesn't have like that many reasons why one could go faster than another person. The bubble, if you just press it 6 times, you just go flying, and your opponent doesn't do that. They're trying to do all the silly little platforming. One, I think the bubble's easier, like you're just less likely to die. Are you gonna make this with? Ooh, no, Withhelde didn't make it. These spikes are very intimidating for VitorAL, but just jumps over them. It's good to go and is still very much our leader as far as I can tell. Okay, this...
Fartsplosion is...
Oh. How are we not in World 3 then? Is World 2 more levels also? Or is it just 20 and, like, this is literally... Yeah, okay, it's literally 2-20. Yeah, World 2 complete.
Now the game gets fun.
World 2 complete for Ringadon too. I swore VitorAL was further ahead, but no, we are in a more outdoorsy nighttime World 3. This is the last world of the goal, so 20 more levels presumably. And it's calmed down. It's just, there's clouds. Okay, no, these are not friendly clouds. These are go away clouds, which means you need to beat things first try. Do they come back? I think is the only question I have.
I don't think so. Why would they come back?
Well, clouds are often like used like particularly temporal compared to like crumbling block, which will never come back.
If I...
Don't really think they need to come back. If you mess up on the cloud section, your cat's going the wrong way anyways, and there's usually a pit below you. Oh goodness sake. Do we have immunity
Safe.
now, or?
Yeah, you are invulnerable when you are a bubble floating up. That's the slow bubble, but it's a good bubble because it's me.
Okay, there was a small amount of text teaching you,
Yeah.
while also just mechanically going, yeah, I don't think I made it through those fireballs without being hit.
So again,
Yeah, but Turtle's not that far behind. Just one level.
again, the rail tell you what you want. There we go.
Yeah, this is actually just Flappy Bird.
Hasn't found the new.
Like, you can still see on Ringadon's side, like, you are allowed to do the wall jumps. You don't have to use the bubble. It's just like, well, sometimes you do. But the bubble, as long as you don't run out of bubbles, which you have 6, which is seemingly more than enough, you're, like, fine to just bubble basically every time. It is very friendly that they just give you a full 6 bubbles like it's a gun, instead of just the amount that you actually need, which usually seems to be 3.
So about that. Go with yeah.
The bricks I've seen a lot of, like, they've used every brick and it felt like, yes, you needed 6 bricks.
Like
With the bubbles, they could have gotten away with
Yeah.
slightly less in most situations.
with
but
the
they
actual
didn't
bubble, with the
perfect.
Flappy Bird bubble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
I didn't check the time that everybody else finished, but Withhelde feeling about 4 minutes behind, perhaps. Like, definitely a couple levels. The levels in theory are getting harder, though. I don't think it's been necessarily true for the beginning of World 3, so there is definitely opportunity to keep up. Our top race is still very close, but Fartsplosion's been a small leader since we've been had our eyes on it.
Yeah, for this kind of game is if Fartsplosion doesn't make a mistake, Peter won't be able to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we avoid having games that have a lot of auto-scrollers, because there really is no way to get faster. This game, with being like an auto-runner, is somewhere in the middle, where it's still definitely worth considering, and especially in commentary, we just know that it's going to be hard to make comebacks, but it's not impossible, and obviously you can lose time both by just being bad, which could also happen in auto-scroller, but we're also seeing racers find ways to make levels a little bit quicker here and there, and the level is also allowing us, if we do make a mistake, to sometimes bounce off a wall, bounce off another wall, and now we're facing the right direction again. Less so with these clouds, which someone like VitorAL, yeah, just hits the restart button because he just missed his jump. This is the most realistic cat play I've seen from Fartsplosion. I feel like this is precisely what a cat would do. And now he's doing the bubble, which is not particularly cat-like.
The wall and go.
Yeah. I mean, cats hate going down. That's actually, like, you know, why they get stuck in trees. But we're gonna run out of bricks here. One last brick. Fartsplosion makes it. Refills his bricks, and now... God, this level's so intimidating that you're just jumping at the walls the whole time, just hoping you press the button just in time.
All stage. Now bubble is more intimidating because you have to make the turnaround. So you have to be mindful of how many bubbles you had. Like, VitorAL didn't do anything wrong, and he is on his last bubble because the game was designed like that.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he did use one bubble more than needed because it doesn't feel like he could do anything without having one.
Yeah, so from my perspective, that's the sort of thing where I would just tank it and going, okay, there was no way for me to know that, so it's not a huge deal. I'll just do it right the second time. But then I think about someone like Andy, who I've seen constantly just be like the sort of player who would either be using the bubbles every single time they can until they can't, and then immediately stop using extra bubbles. And I'm like, there is definitely a better way to go about it, and it's to be, as soon as the game tells you, okay, your bubbles are actually valuable now, it's time to start saving them, it's to change your behavior. But I would just run into the trick every single time.
Same stage for VitorAL in Fartsplosion.
It's gonna be a really close race on top.
Yeah. Ringadon is only one stage behind on the top race.
So I'm fairly confident each world has 20 levels, so we should be able to keep track. They do go through the new level count very quickly, because why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's a 2-8 or 2-9, but it was hard to read. Or sorry, 3-. We got 3-6 from Withhelde. Ringadon is on a level that we've seen not too long ago for Fartsplosion or VitorAL, but it's going to be top race is currently beating bottom race.
9. Okay, top race is 9.
I believe Ringadon's in 3-7 or 3-8 because they're ahead of Withhelde, but not past the this incredibly spike heavy level. Yeah.
That's it. Here and right behind VitorAL.
That's a second difference.
Ooh.
Okay, into the fireball. Is Dog better than Cat? Dog is better than Cat. Dog didn't go face into the fireball. This is the way to do it, is to do the stupid rocket jump and not be anywhere near the fireball when you can avoid doing so. This is a lot of things on screen for Fartsplosion and just not able to find a way through it on first look.
Ring up. I think this is the annoying amount of clouds of bubbles far with a great height jump.
Yeah, but Withhelde has a lot of momentum. Obviously these like a couple levels have been holding up our racers, and Withhelde still has to go through them. But if Withhelde is just like getting a better grasp on the game as time goes on, we could have a tortoise versus hare situation. Oh god, these jumps are getting quite precise with the bubble.
I like
Bubble
the
used to be
adjustment. All
It
right.
used to be a privilege, and now it's just something you have to do. I do not like anything VitorAL has to do there, but it's fine. It's not
They have
actually...
keys now.
Okay, 32-30 through the door for VitorAL. Fartsplosion, 10 seconds after. This race is incredibly close.
Oh no! That's...
Can we? No, our bubble has like become a time that we need all 6 bubbles. This rising spike is also intimidating. It should be said that it doesn't really affect our MT racers because we are always like practicing and trying to go fast. So the idea of one additional thing trying to stress us out. Oh no, Withhelde Want to refresh that?
Yeah,
Um,
on my home.
uh, yeah. VitorAL's destroying the spike floor. It's just if they can one-shot this level. There's the flag.
And we
Bit
have
touchy.
Ghost now.
It is a lead change. For even if it was just for a moment, Fartsplosion was able to get through that level slightly faster. Are they just Mario Ghosts? That yes, they
No.
seem to come.
You have to stay on the farther edge, on the outer circle, otherwise they will go really fast toward you. It's not whether you are facing the ghost or not.
And the immunity that we have in Special Bubble makes them not see you?
Yep.
That seems good. We only have 2 more bubbles though for Explosion. Can you make the jump? Can. Now it's VitorAL's turn and he just goes straight into the ghost. The ghost doesn't have to chase you if you go into the ghost. That's gonna be, I don't believe a lead change for Explosion, but definitely a level difference here. And a valuable one, because these guys are only a second apart up until now.
Yeah, though this is when the game really gets hard. Ghosts appear. There's one stage in particular afterward when you have to use all 3 or 4 power-ups that is like 370.
Do you happen to know how long this game is proper, or is World 3 the last world?
Oh, I played World 4 a bit, but then I feel like there are 5 or
Yeah, and finding I mean, long game. I guess if the worlds get harder, like we're playing for an hour at most, hopefully.
yeah.
We have a weird definition of long game. I go pull up a game on Steam, and I see a comment. Really fun game. Bit short, and I go look at it, and like it took them 90 minutes to beat the game. I'm like, that's more than fine, bro. I'm good. Your 90 minutes is unfortunately 30 minutes for some of my racers, but we're good. 90 minutes is a great long game.
Yeah. So 350 for that is a lead change again. Oh no.
And not seeing the ghost is either really good news or really bad news. No, there they are. Okay, the ghost is still here. Not seeing any ghosts, just seeing a complete change. Oh god, we need to hit the ground at some point. We do not have enough bubbles for this. For Explosion, we don't have any more bubbles. Yeah, so we have to hit all these little clouds, otherwise we will just not have enough bubbles on what's not going to be the last level, but let's see if I can check it on what VitorAL looks like. 16?
Yeah.
So 5 levels left for VitorAL, and now I think 7 for Fartsplosion.
Oh, you can kill. I think that is in the base beam.
Half beastie done, by the way. We've already got enough going on screen, but apparently you can beat this game in 36 minutes if you're going full speed, presumably. Or race, I should say. Game would be a bit longer. VitorAL's not really being slowed down by the game anymore. They've just run through the last few levels. It's not like they have an opportunity to really slow much. Fartsplosion is still chasing their tail. But the last few levels have just been really quick. I think a lot of one-shots.
Grabbed it. Because I think that's the first level that you have to grab the power up while in mid-air to refill your number of bubbles.
313 for Ringadon there. The first ghost level, I believe. is quickly munched on there. Yeah. Seems like a good plan, Ringadon. Just be nowhere near the ghost and they can't get you is a good lesson to have learned.
Evan?
I thought Withhelde was making a bit of a comeback here, but Ringadon's just able to keep the stiff arm, keep a few level lead. Yeah, quick one from Ringadon there. VitorAL's actually been slowed down a bit here. They have to do this quick trick early in the level of getting over this ghost to get the turnaround, and it is tight. I'm wondering if you have to kite him like fairly low, but you don't really have much control other than like hanging on the wall for a bit longer.
Let's have as many of the bubble as possible to stay on the outer circle.
Okay, so yeah, there were two ways I was thinking about it. Do you need to go slower, like let him get closer and then just run over? Or do you need to go faster, which the only way you can go faster in this game would be aggressively bubble.
Yeah,
And
aggressively.
I believe you that the game would ask you to go fast, because the game asking you to go slow hasn't really been a query of the game so far.
Now Fartsplosion has to learn it that you can explode.
I'll check your pace bin.
It doesn't make. I will face that again. But yeah, this is the second to last stage for VitorAL. And Fartsplosion right now. So Fartsplosion is one stage behind, I think. One or two.
Okay, Fartsplosion's learned the lesson. Ghosts are dead. It's gonna need to be done in the. Ooh, god, it's tight, but yeah, level complete. And given VitorAL's been walled more than he has been anywhere else in this game, while we're on 317, we still have work to do to make the comeback here for Fartsplosion. It's looking more doable than it has been.
Look at
Basically,
bottom race.
since they had the lead swap.
Yeah, but bottom race, they were at the spot at the same.
And then one of them died, ruining the moment.
But they are back
Should've
at the
just
same
booked it.
spot.
Yep, actually. It's Flappy Bird, but the walls are chasing you. It's intimidating. Are you gonna run out of bubbles? Hit the wall there. That is very funny. I'm currently at work, GFM. I got on commentary because all of my systems have been down. I just haven't been able to work all day. It is 1 minute before I'm due to get off work, and I just received an email saying the systems are back up, and now I'm just closing my computer.
Perfect timing.
Exactly. It should be good to go for tomorrow, I think is what I've heard. VitorAL, are you gonna make it here?
Yes.
We've avoided the ghost twice. Now we just need to
Don't miss
open the
that
key
jump.
and then get. Oh, you said don't miss that jump, and I immediately went, oh wait, this jump is missable. It sounds like you missed it previously.
So I don't remember anything but this last stage. This is the worst stage in the entire game.
Watching Fartsplosion here, it's the same trick twice, and they beat it very quickly in the first one. They got the key, and if you're saying that this next level is hard, Fartsplosion has just like made a few minutes of time back here on VitorAL, and a race that has really been back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, the race is totally still on. Both top and bottom race.
Yeah, and thankfully it's the actual racers like are racing against each other. We're so used to having these doubles, and it be like top corner versus top bottom corner. And it's like, nope, those racers are not racing each other. We just have two not particularly close. This is two barn burners. Oh, there's so many spikes. There's a death there for VitorAL. Now the ball is on Fartsplosion. Was this 319 or 320?
220. That's the final
Okay,
stage.
this is literally the last level. Okay. Yeah, 319 was a quick one as far as Fartsplosion's concerned. Yeah, it's too much height. The lead goes back to VitorAL in a very dubious sense. We were finally doing these, like, what I thought would happen a lot more, because I'm used to it in auto runners, is like, you have to go down this hallway full of dangerous things just to get the turnaround. Okay, we're in the cubby. Is cubby good?
Well, it's
Cubby is not good. Yeah, key is good. Cubby is fine. If cubby helps you get key, it's helpful, but
Changed Ringadon. Audio.
getting controls there from Withhelde. Wanting to move the keyboard or controller, whichever one they weren't on. I see a mouse moving around, so maybe they're now on keyboard.
That was okay.
Oh, no,
VitorAL made it. Are they back?
Yeah, they're
Oh
gonna get a free
god.
time.
Yeah.
They noted it for Zenek, who's our moderator here
No,
today.
I see. But I was like, did that work? And yeah, that did work. I don't know if
Yeah,
she's
now they
playing
are-
on the mouse or what.
Yeah, there's like 4 different ways you guys can play this game if you are picking it up. It's on itch.io and it allows you to do keyboard, controller, mouse. It's basically one button. It's just how you want to click it.
VitorAL,
Right,
is on the
I just
final
hold it.
part of the stage.
Okay, and here comes a spike wall. Because why not?
And that's literally Flappy Bird.
Yeah, we didn't land. Are we gonna have enough bubble now?
And that should be... What a close race.
Good 45 minutes there. I think Fartsplosion should finish. And just in theory, there could be an actual like reason that they would need retime. They're just on the last level basically. This jump is so tight.
Explosion had to go up in the cubby.
Like same thing that we're looking at with Ringadon, right? Like Ringadon and Withhelde might finish within 20-30 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, well, I don't know if I won or not, but I tried my best the whole way through. Don't get distracted by any of the technical issues your opponents are having. This is the jump that's killing. Are we good? We have to go to the cubby, which is out of jumps. Then the question just becomes, do you go to the cubby before or after the door open, the key? And the fish are implying you should go after, but I'm not sure that's actually true.
Like after, because you can just wall jump and then go up in... like that.
Or hear me out, hit the wall, bounce off it, and die.
Yeah, that's a good plan? Question?
This is just so touchy, because you go too high, you die, you go too low. Okay, we're in the cubby.
That's perfect.
And we get out of the cubby.
Oh, I liked the wall changing direction, but that part just sucked.
This level looks familiar for Ringadon.
Oh, I know it's... And
Yep.
318 for...
I mean, Ringadon will either just show us how to do it. I mean, they're halfway there.
Damn.
And they're gonna try and be greedy. Greed works, you can just go. We don't know where they saved the jump, or if it's just they have been counting their fish. But Ringadon might just one-shot this.
Ah,
Intimidating spike wall, but there's a lot of things intimidating that's not new. Fish implies you can do 5. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're infinite fish. Go up and you're a quick finish on what is a difficult. Withhelde just found a way to just make the ghost not chase. Unfortunately, we'll be provided the news that it wasn't enough. With Ringadon taking and actually beating Fartsplosion to note too. Just a really quick finish there on level 20. Just this exact jump that Fartsplosion's on now. This Cubby, maybe bait. Yeah, Withhelde does have a little bit of a read time, but I don't imagine, unless they literally one-shot this now, that it's going to be stressing our poor moderator. They might do it though. They look. Oh no. Okay. I don't recall precisely how long Ringadon was just sitting with airway control issues, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. If they can one-shot this here, it might be competitive.
yeah.
We just know it's difficult. Like, it gave both our top racers difficulty, and the idea that Ringadon essentially has just won the race on the back of some really quality last-minute platforming. Deserved victory. Oh, I'm seeing the technical discussions that are being had. Ringadon thought that Withhelde saying that the controller wasn't working was them actually declaring victory. That is not the case. Ringadon is still very much a blue cat, struggling with brick walls, trying to finish this game. I think Ringadon will still have to stress in the sense that they don't really understand themselves how long the technical issues were. But they just destroyed this level that we're now watching two people. That Cubby looks so bait. Now that I've seen what Ringadon's done, I'm just like, please don't go to the Cubby.
I'm not sure. I didn't see what Ringadon.
They just sent it. They just hit the wall and then made it back in like 2 jumps.
No way.
Yeah. It looks like our official moderator had already figured out the retime and has given some congratulations to Ringadon, so I think we can safely say so too. Just a classy end, and having the lead in general, but like just not letting Withhelde get back into this. Fartsplosion is past the tricksy part and now just needs to do the last part, which hasn't been an issue for either of our other 2 finishing racers, but I don't want to speak. Oh goodness! Come on, Fartsplosion.
No.
Just finish it up.
No.
Good stuff. Good. Woo! You fell quick there, though, buddy. Losing there to by 7 minutes to VitorAL is not a fair result, as far as I'm concerned. That race was so back and forth, and then just getting stalled out, and probably a little bit reactionary and acting slightly differently once they saw that the race was over for them.
Okay. Withhelde is over the top part.
Yeah, this last part apparently more stressful than. Oh goodness, this is always stressful. These
I mean,
spikes.
the nerves. Because you are done.
Yeah.
You did that hard part. Now you have to nail this quote-unquote easy part.
Which is just full of things that immediately one-shot you. Have we done the hard part?
I was sure she had
Oh
gone.
yeah, no, we have to get the fish either way.
I think she... yeah. Boom.
There we go.
time now. There we go.
It is genuinely just mash bomb 6 times.
It being Fartsplosion. Oops. Or not. Because the next upgrade is really fun. You'll go zoom in one direction.
It is what cats do. I don't think
Right.
cats usually go into bubbles. They're actually pretty anti-water politically. But they do go zoom. Not landing there is intimidating to me, but I also just do not understand the bubble, and apparently it's actually free.
There we go.
4 good finishes, 2 winners. Congratulations to Ringadon and VitorAL, but GG's to everybody. Game looked fun. Good submission, GFM. They'll tell you otherwise if it wasn't, but it looked fun.
Times I hit. Like here. And yeah, if you all wanna come in for a commentary, I see a Ringadon in there. The move commentary. Hello Ringadon, sorry for keeping you in the waiting room for so long, but the race was about to.
Ringadon, how you feeling? Are you with us?
Sorry, I had muted my microphone.
Okay, that's
Had to
fine.
have clean audio for the stream, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. We did use your out for briefly.
I beg your pardon?
We did use
We-
your out briefly
We used
while
your audio at the end,
Okay, cool.
which is good, because you absolutely killed the most difficult level at the end of the race.
I really thought that when Withhelde said that their controller stopped working, that they were actually done.
Cool. That then leads me to this question. Do you think that you did better at the end of the race because you took a deep breath or a deep sigh and then went, I guess I'll just finish this, and then became better at the game, or?
I'm not sure. I was having enough fun that I was going to finish the race anyway, as opposed to forfeiting. So there could have been just a little bit of, well, at least there's no pressure now. I can have some fun.
Yeah, we didn't get like a dot undone or anything from Withhelde, because it was actually what happened, I presume, is that they had pre-typed their dot done so they could get it in immediately once they are done.
That's
And
really smart. I've never thought of that.
I mean, if it's that close, we're gonna just retime it, sort of thing. So it's not actually a
Yeah.
huge advantage. And then when they were like complaining about the controller, which we have visibility on, it was on stream, they just didn't delete the dot done. So a little bit of a juke there. We've always joked about the just doing a dot done early and then removing it just to give your opponent a heart attack. If anything, it might have been helpful. Just in general, did you enjoy the game?
Absolutely. I'm going to play the rest of this game.
Apparently GFM says that the next power-up makes you go zoom and is fun, so
Ooh,
you
that's what
can
Zoom
enjoy
is.
it.
I love it. I
Exactly.
want to give a quick shout out to my nephew Kalen. Thank you for watching. Also, everybody in the St. Gabriel's St. Garfield's Fireball Discord server.
Is that religious or related to the cat? Or I'm not even
it's
sure I want to
actually-
know the answer.
It's St. Garfield is I'm blanking on his name. The guy who invented Magic the Gathering.
Oh, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dick Garfield, the inventor of good decisions, like Shahrazad.
Oh, that takes me back.
It came up in like on Wikipedia today. I ran into like the real Shahrazad, and I went, okay. I only know you from Magic. Yeah, the other racers, just looking at the comments there, we did see you've defeated Withhelde, who said the game was fine, but a bit rough there for an MT race.
I'm
It's
not
an
sure
auto
about
runner.
it for MT either, just because like it's essentially an auto scroller, and
A runner.
theoretically you could
We have a
actually
word for it.
yeah, it's a I'm sorry, whatever. But theoretically, two racers with perfect inputs would tie.
I'll ask you this, Ringadon. Did you think that you could have done perfectly?
No.
And also, I'm under the impression that we did see. It's kind of hard to tell as a racer. You like, because you just kind of run into checkpoints. We did see a decent amount of like people being faster because they were spamming the bubble. More like
I know I definitely did that a few times.
Oh, everybody had to spam the bubble, but like level 18 was the level that you had to like avoid the ghost, going left and then going right, and we saw some variants in how people were approaching that. For being a little bit mazy and a little bit auto runner.
Is that the one where you had to float through the ghosts to get the other
You had to
ghost
get
power?
you had to get to the left side. You have to bounce off the wall. You have to go under. You have to hit the right wall,
Okay, yeah.
and then the key. Like you basically got the key right before the door.
Okay, yeah, that was that. I was proud of the skip that I came up with during, I can't remember which level. It was one of the levels with keys. You were supposed to jump around through the ghosts, collect all the keys, then get back to the door, get Ghost Cat, and then rise through the last ghost. I just pulled the ghost out of his out of the slot and then jumped past him. I was very proud of that.
I think we might be talking about the same level, but same idea.
Yeah.
And yeah, for a game that is an auto runner, it was cute to see the way. To be honest, the way that most people were losing time was death. But
Well, it's not easy.
the game didn't look like it. With the 4 different power-ups, was there like one that you like felt more comfortable with, or one that was giving you trouble?
I hated the wall one.
That makes
Absolutely
sense.
despised it.
Was it just the mechanics of it, or was it just like the idea that you're jumping at a spiked wall and just having to time it?
It was mostly the timing was not good.
Yeah, I'm out of questions. GFM, this was your submission, so you might have a killer question to ask.
Thanks for the sub, GFM. It's a great game.
Hey, thanks for liking. But sorry, I have nothing. You asked everything that I could want to ask.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Ringadon, thank you for joining us, and
Absolutely.
thank you to the rest of our racers for 2 very close races. I could not really understate. Like, you were generally a little bit ahead of Withhelde for a lot of the race, but just your absolute clean finish there on parts that were really giving everybody else trouble on
Yeah.
level 20 really did
Always
it.
looking forward to watching the VOD afterwards.
Especially when you win. It's a lot more fun when you win for some reason. I don't understand why.
I agree, but I always watch the VOD of any race just because I like to see I like to see if I was ever in the lead. If I won, sure, yeah, but you saw my win rate.
Which is
I'm
going
having
up,
a heck
by
of
the
an
way.
MT this year.
Yeah, enjoy. Is it Blizzard's 4 at
Blizzard's
this
4.
point?
Yep.
I mean, I'll take it, man. That's more wins than losses, right?
Yes, it is. I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, you got to work on it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got it. The goal is 500, right? Like, unless you're coming in here as Maurice and you're actually listening to Alpha 5 pointing, you come here, show off your gaming, beat us all. No, the goal is like I just wanna get my 2-2 and call it a day. And because I'm just like you, Ringadon. I'm below 500. I'm like, I just want one good tournament so I can get closer.
I don't even care about that. For a long time, I was 0 and everything, and I was enjoying that.
I like when I get to play games that I enjoy, and then sometimes I get handed a platformer. Actually, most of the time I get handed a platformer, and I go, oh yeah, these games also exist.
I love platformers.
we're
I was so happy
rambling.
when you won. Yeah.
GFN, do we have other games here coming up? Are we done for the night? What's the situation?
We're done for the night. You are making my life so easier because you just keep talking, so I'm back and let you all talk. But no, the next match is in a couple of days on the 5th at that's midday.
Late.
Oh, that's midnight. I hate 12. The 12 o'clock.
Yeah, that is a hey, we're both West Coast Pacific time. Let's just play in the evening, sort of time frame. Or, I mean, it's not even good for Europe. It's just that's going to be a recast unless we can drag FFAO out of retirement for hosting. Then after that, we got a lot of Lizards 3s, a lot of Wizards 3s, and just by virtue of getting deep into the tournament, I'm seeing some scary names, including one someone 325 versus Half Beastie, which is
That's
an
going to be a
insane
heck of
match.
a race.
But everybody here is either strong, having a good tournament, or both. So it's gonna be good races. If you're coming in here, probably from YouTube, because every single person I've seen in Twitch, I've seen their face before. But we do often just randomly drag people in. Come find us on the Discord. This MT, you're a bit late to join, but that doesn't mean that you're a bit late to join these races, which you can do. You're not too late to join the community, which I adore. And if anything, you can join and find out and look at the schedule beyond this. We go all the way for MT until our hotfix on GDQ, which is
23rd.
sometime in March.
March 22nd and 20th.
This is why we have UGFM. Fantastic. So you're gonna get a lot more MT action, and it's only going to be, as we go further and further, the best of the best, which includes Ringadon. Again, congratulations, Ringadon.
GG's everyone, and good luck in all your forward matches.
Exactly.
Just
with-
a final reminder. The deadline for Lizards 3 is this Friday, so get your match scheduled.
And a final apology. Sorry for GFM's internet.
Yeah, sorry about that.
He didn't do anything wrong. It's not his fault.
I want to be with another ISP, but that's a story for another time. I moved and my good ISP doesn't serve internet here, and I hate that. I'm stuck with this other ISP, which sucks.
Let's
Fine.
get off the stream and we complain for 5 more minutes to ourselves, GFM.
I can.
GG's all. See you later.
Thanks for watching. See you all next time.